Good morning, students. Welcome to your business study class. Students, today I will start your next chapter number 90, leadership concept and importance. Okay, so first of all, what is leadership? So leaders and their leadership skills play an important role in the growth of any organization. Okay, leadership refers to the process of influencing the behavior of people, behavior of subordinates. Why he do this? Why a leader influence the behavior of people? So that they strive willingly and enthusiastically toward the achievement of group objectives. So a leader should have the ability to maintain good interpersonal relations with the followers or subordinates and motivate them to help in achieving the organizational objectives and motivate them to give their 100% towards their job. So some definition is given by Bernard Case Thomas, Kundens O'Donnell. So according to Bernard Case and Thomas, leadership is the process of influencing and supporting others to work enthusiastically towards achieving objectives. And Kuntz O'Donnell, leadership is the process of influencing people so that they will strive willingly toward the achievement of group goal. So if we conclude these two definitions, the meaning of leadership is influencing other, motivating other so that they can give 100% to their job. They perform their job efficiently and effectively. So some features of leadership are there. First of all, influence the behavior of other. As we read in the meaning that what is leadership? Leadership means influencing the behavior of other. Okay, so other means the people, the subordinates. Okay, so leadership has an ability of individual to influence the behavior of other people in the organization so that they achieve the goal or common purpose willingly. Next is interpersonal relationship. So the leader must have interpersonal relationship with their subordinates. Okay, so it is an interpersonal process between the leader and the followers. So only those person follow their leader who develop with them a good relations. So the relationship between the leader and the follower decide how efficiently and effectively the target of the organization would be met. Attainment of common organizational goals. So the another important term that we are read in the meaning that leadership is related to influencing the behavior so that common organization goal are attained. So the purpose of leadership is to guide the people in an organization to work toward the attainment of common organizational goal. The leader brings the people and their effort together to achieve the common goals. Next is continuous process. So leadership is a continuous process. A leader has to guide his employees every time and also monitor them in order to make sure that their efforts are going in the same directions, whether they are doing work according to given directions or not. Okay, so leadership is a continuous process. Group process. It is a group process that involves two or more people together interacting with each other. One is leader and the other we can say that the subordinates. Okay, so it is a process of group of people. A leader cannot lead without any followers. So there must be a one leader and there must be a number of followers dependent on the situation. So in situation, it is a situation bound as it all depend upon the tackling that situation present. So thus there is a no single best style of leadership. Okay, so leadership is based on the situation, that how a leader give instruction, whether he becomes whether he shows some rigid behavior or whether he shows his positive side. Okay, so this is depend on the situation. Next is importance of leadership. Initiating action. So leadership start from the very beginning, even before the work actually start. A leader is a person who communicate the policies and plans to the subordinate to start the work. Providing motivation. A leader motivate the employee by giving them financial and non-financial incentives. Okay, we already read the non-financial and financial incentive in our previous chapter, students, and get the work done efficiently. So motivation is the driving force in an individual's life. Providing guidance. A leader not only supervise the employee, he doesn't see their work, but also guide them how to work in a best way, how to perform a work with efficient and effectively. Creating confidence. A leader acknowledge the effort of employee, explain to them their role clearly, and guide them to achieve their goals. He explain everything about their job, that how you will perform a particular job, okay, what are the procedure that you should follow, okay. So he also resolve their complaints, problems, okay, so thereby building confidence in them regarding the organization. So building work environment. A good leader should maintain personal contact with the employee and should hear their problems, solve them. He always listen to the point of view of employees, and in case of disagreement pursues them to agree with him by giving stable clarifications. In case of conflict, he handles them carefully and does not allow it to adversely affect the entity. So it is the leader who handle all the all the problems of the employees also, and he must consider their point of view first. If their point of view is not in the we can say in the part of the organization, then he must giving some explanation that you must do work according to the guidelines, according to the procedure of the organization. So a positive and efficient environment helps in stable growth of the organization. So it is the leader who develop a positive environment, okay. So it's his or her duty to develop a positive environment in the organization, so the employees feel that they are worked in a best organization. Next is coordination. So a leader reconcile the personal interest of employee with the organization goal, okay, and achieve coordination in the entity. So he developed the coordination of person's interest and the personal interest of the employee and the organizational interest. Creating successor. A leader train his subordinate in such a manner that they can succeed him in future easily in his absence, okay. So he train his employee in such a way that if the leader is absent, there is a no absentees or no hindrance in their work, okay. So it creating it the main duty of a leader to make their subordinate efficient. Induces changes, okay. So a leader's pursuit clarifies and inspire the employee to accept any change in the organization. So changes are there, some technical changes are there, okay, without much resistance. So he make his subordinates best so that they can accept the changes, okay, and also do their work according to the changes. So he makes sure that employees do not feel insecure about the changes. So he give him each and every point, he explain each and every point. He also provide them training if there is technical changes, okay. So they do not feel insecure about the changes, okay, they adapt it easily. Also, conclusion is that often the success of an organization is attributed to its leader. As the good leader, organization attain its objective in a best manner, but one must not forget that it's the followers who make the leader successful, okay. If the follower do not accept their leader, then how will they work, then how will they follow their instructions? So there are the followers, so only the followers who make a leader successful by accepting his leadership, okay. Thus leaders and follower collectively play a key role in making leadership successful. So it is not a leader only, followers also play an important role in the concept of leadership. Clear, students?